Here's Azure Lane's latest standout, Black Maria, dual shoelaces, 4 mini display modes with marking, poisoning, tracking, and multi-stage entangling control. In her fire form, she can even ignite every greatsword on the field. The super exaggerated mute field boss has arrived. As promised, this video also delivers a full neuroenergy matrix guide for her. Like and follow, and let's jump right in. Grey Maria's entry grants a simple transformation. Her core mechanic is the energy bar. Once you build energy in her initial form, using this skill lets you seamlessly switch between forms. Their attacks mesh and support each other, and the overall gear wheel mechanic isn't overly complex. Her C1 is a 2-stage attack, and there's a hidden screen technique you can pull off when you line up spider legs and fangs face to face. The diffuse pull and shake chest bead is a hidden trick. Just reverse the pull and shake exactly when the pig leg stomp hits, and it works. This parallel form has built-in displacement. The combo is pretty fast, not too long, but very practical. For this character, this initial setup still relies heavily on her skills.
Anna is so cute, I just can't stop smiling.
Skill 1 fires a thread attack. If it misses, it spawns a reconstruction. The reconstruction lasts a long time, and if an enemy touches it, it instantly detonates. If the reconstruction's timer expires, it auto-explodes. The spewed venom also leaves marks on anyone it hits. Whether it hits or misses, it generates a specialized alloy lift that moves relatively slowly in a subtle arc. But if the opponent is already marked, you may tap the screen to descend directly beneath them. These two skills also behave differently. Skill 1, once it hits, applies a mark to the opponent, and after marking, tapping this skill will directly lock on an attack. Moreover, the precise moment when the first stage of this skill lands on a target, you may choose to activate the second stage immediately, thereby effectively triggering an instantaneous detonation. For skill 2, the little insect scissors can be stockpiled up to 3 charges, and when fired individually, they have a certain homing effect, though it's not overly exaggerated. You can imagine that by combining skills 1 and 2, you could accumulate many chain blades, each of which detonates immediately upon touching an enemy unit. You could say it's a very core zoning mechanism, and regardless of whether it's skill 1 or skill 2, whenever one of these hits, it restores a large amount of energy. When long pressing skill 2 at level 2, you can release all 3 reconstructed blades at once. Paired with skill 1, in simple terms, I feel you can directly lock down the opponent's space. This character's playstyle may offer more area control than the newly released Golden Persimmon. Even when these reconstructions automatically detonate upon timer expiry, if they contact the toxin, they'll still apply a mark. This character's innate secondary skill is switching to flame form, and that form lasts only a very short time. Just 5 seconds. It consumes energy, and without energy you can't use any skills, so you have to switch back to the previous form. Landing a poison skill attack charges this form. Both forms have independent cooldowns, and you can transform as soon as you have enough energy. There aren't any major changes when entering this form, and the balancing mechanism carried over from the other form continues to operate effectively without any modification in this particular context. In this form, skill 1, Smash, consumes energy. Whether it hits or not, it releases a subcrystal energy field, and if these fire shards rise to the top of the screen, they vanish immediately. You can use the pull to control space on the field. If an opponent unwittingly steps on the horizontal trap, they'll get juggled in mid-air. Skill 2 has a very short range. There's also a 2-hit combo. This mechanic isn't complicated, it's simple. Deplete this form's energy, switch back and fire poison arrows to pressure the field with relentless attacks, then switch again to use the flame form to detonate the poison arrows. Let me throw a few more for demonstration. In the flame state, there's no ignition mechanic. You can only use skills to trigger the on-field subcrystal explosions, and their blast radius is huge, so this character is easy to grasp. Toggle between the 2 forms to stack damage and control the field. After landing the ultimate, switch to the X Ultimate's different release modes to harass your opponent. In data form, the EX Ultimate's quick release mode, hold the right stick up to take off. Once airborne, fire web strands to attack across the field and maintain full field suppression, though flight drains energy. In the air, an on-screen prompt appears, and you can use your assist skill. If your energy bar runs out, you'll fall back to the ground. Moving or attacking drains your energy bar. This gear lets you fire Spider Silk up to 5 times. The screen pull injection reaches mid-stage range, so gauge your spacing. To land early, just flash to the ground. Mars's short-range melee spin attacks devastate nearby foes with lethal force. Chana's aerial art is cool. It stays static in mid-air and hits at a 306-degree angle even at the stage's edge. Only on mid-stage are you safe from harm. His little wings let him fly so high most can't reach him. Here's his pride in both forms. They're identical. The rider style has insanely long range.
Teach me, Maria, and guide me patiently.
Her first burst creates this phantom zone. Allies inside recover energy while enemies take poison damage over time. A standard PvE burst. Her other burst skill is ridiculously powerful and incredibly handy. It spawns a sticky bead web over the battlefield that immobilizes and stuns any foes who dare step onto it, firmly establishing her as the undisputed top field control character in this version. Imagine combining this skill with her 3 major debuff abilities. Opponents simply can't move on the field. Her orb skill is also solid. That's her EX skill. That wraps up this episode of Black Maria's Global Discipline Drill. Be sure to hit follow and don't miss our next character analysis video. Bye!